The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
Vera just popping out those eggs this week, huh?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 already, and last year there were none, so already a step above compared to last year. But on this Friday morning, Gary, I'm not looking forward to the cold.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, but it will be sunny. That's the good news. Here's a look at your forecast for the day today. First off, a live look at downtown Utica. That widespread rain pushing through with the recipe of widespread rain followed by a rapid cool down. We're going to see the potential for some fog and dense in some spots as well. Now, we'll closely watch the potential for freezing fog as those temps fall below freezing, obviously, but nonetheless, here's a look at the radar. We are tracking a few very, very narrow snow bands coming off of the north sky. Now, due to the fact that it's coming directly from the north, there's not a whole lot of activity with those snow bands. We zoom out yet again, and you can see, of course, the outline of that cold air working its way in. Temperatures falling. Look at this. It's 51 down at Poughkeepsie, 42 in Albany with rain. The farther north you go, we're at 28 in Watertown, 24 in Saranac Lake. So, again, wind chills dropping, wind chills in the teens up in the areas up, again, near Watertown, and we're going to see those continue to fall, especially as we head into tonight. But if you want to have a silver lining in a wintry day today, well, we got lots of sun. I mean, beautiful sunny sky out there. Just bundle up. Grab those extra layers when you go out to work today, and make sure your kids are bundled up as well. We have a look at your weekend forecast for you coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The village of Clinton.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Happy Friday, everybody. What a beautiful day it was yesterday. I know the rain kind of maybe dampened your evening a little bit, but at least the afternoon was just downright gorgeous. Now today, well, things are going to start drying up after a very damp morning and even a foggy morning in some spots, but the big story is the cool down followed by some afternoon sunshine. Temperature officially 35 at Griffiths. That wind really kicking in now, 14 miles an hour, feels like 26. Expect that number to fall throughout the day, and especially as we head into tonight. A look at some roadways this morning. Here's a look along in Barneveld, Utica, Sangerfield, and Herkimer. Still main story wet roadways. Boonville, New Hartford, Bridgewater, Mohawk, all reporting again just wet roads. Some ponding as well, not major ponding, but just as a heads up that you could be encountering that on your morning commute. Radar indicating the cold front is now passing through, so those temperatures will be only hovering in the 30s today, but as I mentioned, you got some sunshine chances. Now, how's the weekend looking? Well, Saturday, it's going to be a bit chilly, especially to start. We're going to be tracking maybe a few snow showers moving through the area, not measurable, but at least noticeable. And it's going to be a little warmer on Sunday, pushing 50 again. So we do have a tale of 2 weekend days like we've seen in the past few weekends. But nonetheless, I'll dive into that forecast for you coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Yesterday marked 2 years.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today, unfortunately, the spring weather isn't continuing, but we'll enjoy the afternoon sun that it provides. Here's a look at downtown Utica this morning. Obviously, with that widespread rain last night, now slowly tapering off. We've got some lingering drizzle, maybe a few flurries, but most importantly, low-lying clouds and some patchy dense fog, especially in higher elevations. So that's the story this morning. We look across the Northeast today, and you see, of course, in the wake of that cold front, we got some colder air working its way in. That'll be the story for tonight through the early part of the weekend. As we head throughout the second half of the weekend, though, We got some warmer air working its way in by Sunday, so this will not be an Arctic blast or at least a wintertime stretch lasting too long. But either way, we look at the radar, we can see the fringe of this cold front here and some very narrow snow showers, if they are falling underneath some of the radar scans early today. Either way, it's not really amounting to much. The clouds are going to exit throughout the morning. Eventually, by this afternoon, we've got some sunshine, highs only in the 30s, though. By tonight, skies remain clear, lows fall into the teens, wind chills, low teens to start your day Saturday, so a heads up for that. As we head into Saturday morning, you see right here, we've got at least some sunshine, some snowfall passing through in the early afternoon, and then it does dry up again with more of a westerly wind as we head into Saturday night. Then as we head into Sunday, things are going to start warming up. Yes, we could be seeing a few stray flurries Sunday morning, but we climb into the upper 40s, pushing 50 degrees with mostly cloudy skies and overall pretty warm stretch for Sunday. As I mentioned, those wind chills are going to be falling into the teens as we head into Saturday morning. And on top of that, when it comes to snowfall, you see right here, not a lot of snow. In fact, for much of the Mohawk Valley, it's not really amounting to anything, just maybe some accumulation of 2 to 4 inches in the Tug Hill Plateau and northern Herkimer County. But either way, when it does fall, it's going to be melting as we head toward the second half of the weekend. So wintertime sticks around for today and tomorrow, but look at this behind me. We head in the beginning of next week. Warmer air works its way in just again. We're back into the upper 50s to low 60s. And you see right here, it'll be accompanied by some April showers for our final stretch of March, which again ends on Tuesday, April 1st, already here on Wednesday. So I think it's fitting we start with some April showers to start the next month. So, but it's warming up. That's the key here. We just got to get through this cold stretch today and tomorrow.
Yeah, those temperatures are looking pretty.
Looking forward to
nice,
it.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. 5:22 is the time. Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. If you are getting ready to head out the door, get ready for a damp feeling morning. Eric, at least it's not that heavy rain we saw starting late yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, the rain has definitely subsided a little bit, but the big story is the cold temperature arriving again. Here's a look at downtown Utica right now, where the scene is rather damp, but again, the rainfall rates right now are not that high. A few nuisance sprinkles, if that. And that's due to that cold front exiting central New York to the south and to the east. And now following that, we've got some colder weather working its way in. North to northwest winds ushering in temperatures in the 30s. You see here officially 35 at Griffiths, 32 Hamilton, 28 in Watertown. Meantime, if you're wondering how warm it is ahead of that front, 51 balmy degrees in Poughkeepsie as you head downstate. So when it comes to the wind chills, that's going to be the big factor today. We're going to feel, those wind chills feel like the 20s this afternoon, but at least early this morning, it's in the teens in Watertown and Saranac Lake, 26, the feels like in Rome. So today, we're going to see high temperatures, about 30 degrees cooler than yesterday, only peaking in the mid-30s. But if there's silver lining in the wintry cold returning, it's that we're going to see plenty of sun this afternoon, despite, of course, the decent wind. So maybe the windows will be closed, but at least keep the blinds open. Enjoy some of the fresh sunshine outside the window. But again, this weekend's a tale of 2 days. We have winter still sticking around for Saturday, but it might not last all weekend long. We have the details on that in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Breaking overnight, after a marathon day of negotiations, the Senate finally voted to fund the Department of Homeland Security.
This live
Parkway Rec Center. Get a job.
weather. Go Cardis, weeknights on News Channel 2, where the news comes first. This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Happy Friday, everybody. And if you tune into this segment every day, if you don't, either way, it's our Photo of the Day segment. And anytime I show some of these photos, I always like to mention sometimes there's always some type of story behind a photo, and that's one of the best things about photography. It might just be a simple shot of, for example, right here, a spring crocus of a flower here, but the meaning behind it sometimes a bit more. This is sent in by Courtney in Herkimer, and her story behind it was this is a flower taken in her mother's yard, and she said that she unfortunately recently passed away, and that this might be a sign of her. And maybe it is. Maybe sometimes it's the small things like this in life that remind you that your loved ones are still with you. And either way, hope this is something that may remind you of her, Courtney. And again, an amazing photo right here of a beautiful flower in Herkimer. If you want to send a photo like this, tell the story behind that photo as well. WKTV.com/weather/pics, a place to go for it. Of course, that photo and every photo story every morning brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Utica's arts sector.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. On this Friday, we are starting out a little damp out there. The widespread rain that moved through yesterday, ushering in a return to winter time. Here's a look at downtown Utica. Yes, the rainfall rates aren't as heavy as last night, but it is still rather damp. We got some fog, and conditions are slowly cooling throughout the next several hours. So let's take a look right now at the bigger picture. There's that cold front moving through right now, and then this afternoon, it's actually pretty sunny. We got a westerly flow in the jet stream, but a north wind near the surface. That'll switch for the most part to a more westerly flow as we head into tonight. And you see right here, we got some colder air working its way in from the north and northwest. It's not going to be dipping south for long. In fact, as we head into Sunday, things gradually warm up yet again. But notice on the bigger picture here, we do have some light snow expected. So we do have some remnant snowfall here across central New York, these very narrow bands here. It's not amounting to much, but you might encounter a few flurries on your drive to work today. Regardless of those morning flurries and morning clouds, the afternoon favors some sunshine and temperatures climbing into the low to mid 30s. It will feel very winter-like today, but at least, hey, the sun is shining. Then by tonight, skies remain mostly clear for the early part of the overnight, with lows falling into the 20s and teens, wind chills in the low teens. Then tomorrow, we're looking at cloudy skies, maybe even a few spotty flurries or snow showers. Again, not amounting to much. In fact, we're going to see even more partial clearing here and there as we head to Saturday night. It's a bit more cloudy on Sunday. It has some morning snow showers exit. We've got some warmer days ahead. Starting with Sunday, we're up into the upper 40s, pushing 50 degrees, and a big change, of course, in that weather pattern there. Wind chills, as I mentioned, are cooling down into the teens tonight. You see they're rebounding up into the 20s and eventually 30s and 40s by the end of the weekend. But nonetheless, when it comes to snowfall here, as we approach the weekend, much of that accumulation in the Tug Hill Plateau, northern Herkimer County, not a whole lot here expected locally. So that's the thing. We could be seeing some snow, but it's not amounting to much. Following this cool down today and tomorrow, look at that. We're up into the 60s by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Of course, Wednesday being our first day of April. March has just flown by. And of course, what better fit to the first day of April than seeing April showers Wednesday morning, in the afternoon, and highs near 60. So the warmth is on the way. We're not done with winter. I always want to keep clarifying it. We're not done with it yet. There could be some signs pointing to some snow chances here and there. Nothing major for the time being, but we're on that gradual trend, and eventually spring will win out.
hold off moving that shovel to the shed, right?
Yes, just hold it off, because the second you do it is when we get a snowstorm.
Eric, thanks. Well, just 2 hours into their honeymoon.
News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
I don't know why Tuesday slipped out of my mouth like that.
Well, I think didn't they lay their egg first?
I think so.
Or one of the days.
Weekend, weekend. One was Tuesday and one was yesterday. So.
Either way, already 3 eggs compared to 0 last year, so already a big jump up there for the popular birds in Utica.
And they're dealing with topsy-turvy weather this week.
My goodness, yeah. They might have to close the doors in their nests for today's weather. I mean, I bet a lot of you might have the windows open yesterday with the warmer temperatures. Today, though, different story. Here's a look outside in downtown Utica. A bit damp out there this morning. Temperatures plummeting quickly. We go from the 30s, remaining in the 30s for much of the morning and afternoon. Now, the radar indicating we have some very narrow snow bands passing through the north country, heading into the southern valleys here. It's not really amounting to much. We got a north wind, so there's not a whole lot of forcing taking place here. But nonetheless, what we'll be expecting today is initially some cloudy skies, maybe some patchy drizzle, or even freezing fog in some spots. We're closely watching that potential, because you can see here we're right around that freezing point in Rome. The wind chills continue to drop. We're at 20 at Griffiths, 13 Watertown, 25 Hamilton. By the way, you can direct all your anger toward Poughkeepsie at 52 this morning. Don't worry, they're going to see their fair share of cold as that cold front works through in the matter of a few hours. But nonetheless, this morning and for much of the day today, we're in the 30s. Welcome back, wintertime. But if there's any silver lining today, we got some sunshine. Plenty of it this afternoon. Now, this weekend is a tale of 2 seasons yet again. We've got some colder weather on Saturday, but it might warm up again on Sunday. We'll be tracking that for you, as well as everything you didn't know for the next 3 days in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Village of Clinton's
Live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Time now is 6:09, almost turning 6:10. Here's a look what you can expect in your forecast in a minute today all across central New York. Now, yesterday it was a beautiful afternoon. Some shorts might have been spotted here and there, but nonetheless, the rain moved in and it's cooled down rather quickly. Temperature this morning at 32 degrees. The winds have considerably picked up to 20 miles an hour. That feels like temperature dropping to 20 degrees. Here's a look at some roadways this morning. Still a bit damp out there, but as the temperature falls, we're right on the fringe of freezing, which means that any spots that do fall below freezing runs the risk of patchy black ice or even some freezing fog. Now, it's not a big concern today, but just watch out for some untreated surfaces this morning as the temperatures continue to fall. Here's a look at some other roadways here. We look at Boonville, New Hartford, Bridgewater, and Mohawks. Pretty much same story. Wet surfaces, which will dry up throughout the day today as the sunshine begins to move its way in. Yes, despite it being very cold this morning and rather damp, we got some sun this afternoon, and it remains in the sky until sunset with a bit more active weather this weekend. We have a snow shower chance Saturday, not a lot, but enough to maybe produce a light dusting of snow. It's cold, blustery. And then Sunday, a little warmer. Cloudy skies, snow ends, and highs will approach near 50. So a tale of 2 days, but will we see more of what we'll be expecting Sunday, or will winter return like on Saturday? We'll have the details throughout the next week as well, coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Yesterday marked 2 years since the tragic collapse of the Key Bridge in
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Yesterday was downright gorgeous. Well, maybe the evening wasn't so much all the rainfall, but nonetheless, we're seeing the impact of that evening rain, that cold front that worked through. Here's a look at downtown Utica. In the wake of the rainfall, it's still a bit damp out there this morning, and temperatures continue to fall as a cold front works its way through from the north. But notice, despite all the cloud cover and damp conditions we're seeing this morning, look behind it. We have some clearing taking place as we enter the afternoon and as we enter the evening hours. Now tonight, we're going to see colder temperatures arrive. The coldest we'll be seeing for the next 7 days. In the wake of it, though, we're going to see some warmer temperatures arrive as we head towards Sunday and for the start of next week. Yorkville Battery Live radar indicating a few narrow snow bands. It's not amounting to much, but you could encounter at least a few flurries or two on your morning commute today. But nonetheless, over the next few hours, that'll end and the morning cloud cover turns to afternoon sunshine. Highs climbing only a few degrees into the low to mid 30s. The wind chills are what's going to be a big difference here. Notice a strong northerly winds here today. The winds shift a bit more westerly as we head into the overnight into early tomorrow morning. Now you see here still winds mainly to the north, but you see right here by Saturday morning, they slowly start to shift a little bit more to the west as we're going to see some passing snow showers. Again, not amounting to much, but just expect some snow to fall in the sky early Saturday. And then a bit blustery Saturday afternoon, highs only in the 30s. Saturday night, we've got some partial clearing and then some light snow early Sunday, which will exit as a warm front moves in and temperatures start climbing into the 40s, nearing 50 degrees. So let's first talk wind chill. This is the wind chill expected tonight. You can see here we're dropping into the teens, single-digit wind chills in those highest elevations. So just by tomorrow morning, expect some very frigid temperatures. Now, when it comes to snowfall, yes, we are seeing snow, but it's not going to amount to much. And it's that type of that time of year, this type of snowfall, mainly falling in those higher elevations in the Herkimer County area, as well as the Tug Hill Plateau. Yet in the lower elevations, it's just much too warm for anything really to stick. But in fact, following today and tomorrow, look at as we head toward the final days of March. Right here, final day of March, we're at 60. First day of April, we're at 60. And that'll be accompanied by some rain showers as well. So yes, it does remain on the colder side today and tomorrow, but the overall trend points to some warmer temperatures. And I always mention this time of year. We never rule winter out, and I feel like I want to clarify as well, too. If you take off your snow tires, if you put your snow shovel away, you put everything away, that's when we get snowstorms. So despite all the science behind it, well, the lack of science behind it, yeah, of course, that's always something we always keep in mind.
Put it off until June.
Yes.
Be sure to like us on Facebook once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. If you are getting ready to head out the door, get ready for a bit of a damp feeling out there this morning. And Eric, it's a little chilly as well.
Yeah, that's right. The big story, a return to winter-like temperatures. I mean, yesterday was just downright gorgeous, ignoring the rain we saw in the evening. But either way, here's a look at what's going on outside today. A look at downtown Utica right now. We've got damp conditions, temperatures in the 30s. We've got some lingering, even very isolated snow bands. Not amounting to much, but you might encounter one in your morning commute today. And you see right here the general push of that cold front shifting its way south outside of central New York. So where is the front right now? You can kind of see the difference in temperature here. So right below me here, it's at 52 in Poughkeepsie. Here locally, though, at Griffiths, we're at 32 degrees, 25 in Watertown. The wind chills are going to be the big factor today. The winds are going to make those temps feel a lot colder. 13 Watertown, 20 Rome, 22 Hamilton, still a little warmer at 31 in Johnstown. So today, it's going to be cold. It's going to feel winter-like, but we'll see some sunshine in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-30s. How long will this cold weather last? We'll have the details on that for your weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Breaking overnight after a marathon day of negotiations.
Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Friday morning, and I promised I'd give a shout out to a fan that mentioned that he watches me every day. I want to shout out to Michael Robinson, who was apparently either tuning into me today or not. Either way, a huge shout out to you this morning, and figured I'd let you know that you have a fan as well. I'll mention some of these as well as, of course, we head into the springtime. Another great photo here I want to share with you guys. This is a photo here sent in by Courtney of a spring crocus. Anytime I mention our photos coming in, sometimes there are stories behind them. And this photo especially, and this was taken in Herkimer in the yard of Courtney's mom, who she said recently passed away. And this is potentially a sign of her. And I think this right here, with that beautiful flower, I think you're right. And I think it tells you how close your loved ones are, despite them might feel like they're far away. Either way, great photo, Courtney, and I hope your mom's thinking of you right now with that great photo right there. If you have a photo like this that may tell your story, send it to us, WKTV.com/weather/pics. We'd love to hear it. That photo and every photo story brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Gary.
Eric, thanks. Some Herkimer County students compete.
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Friday morning, everybody. Today we are tracking some colder winter-like weather after a beautiful afternoon yesterday. Widespread rain moved in yesterday evening, and it is slowly ending this morning. Here's a look outside. A few damp spots, but roads are continuing to dry up over the next few hours. You might encounter maybe a stray flurry or two or snow band, but it won't really amount to much. We see the bigger picture here, that cold front sweeping its way south and east. We have some sunshine behind it. A pretty sunny afternoon, but again, it's on the colder side, blustery as well. As we head in tonight, we're going to get the coldest air mass over us for the next 5 to 7 days. It comes in right here. You see all those pinks arriving from the north. That exits as we head into Sunday. So Sunday is actually going to be a bit warmer compared to your first half of the weekend on Saturday. Radar indicating some minor lake effect right here. It's not really amounting to much, but still just watch out for a snow band or two on your morning commute. That will end as sunshine moves in this afternoon, and highs actually remain only in the 30s. It's not really changing all too much. Now, as we head into the evening, still sunny skies, temps in the 30s, wind chills even colder. We're going to see clear skies tonight and a return to some cloud cover a little bit tomorrow with some on and off flurries here and there, especially in the late morning, early afternoon. A band of some snow showers roll their way through. Then the wind direction shifts Saturday afternoon. It's more of a westerly wind. We cool down yet again, and some early morning snow showers on Sunday pave the way for a warmer afternoon. We climb to near 50 with cloudy skies, so Sunday, the warmer of the 2 weekend days. Saturday, though, you might encounter more sun, but also it will be a bit chillier. Speaking of chilly, the wind chills as we head into the overnight will be falling down into the teens, some spots single digits. It's going to be a very cold snap as we enter the first half of the weekend, but again, it won't last too long. When it comes to snowfall potential, you notice here we've got some pockets of snow here and there, especially in the Tug Hill Plateau and the northern portions of the at least Herkimer County in the foothills of the Adirondacks. That's about it in terms of accumulating snow. Even then, it's 2-3 inches, not really amounting to much. And for the rest of us, a dusting to no snow expected. Now, after this taste of wintertime, look at this. As we enter our final days of March, yes, March is exiting by next week, Tuesday, our final day of March, Wednesday, our first day of April. And how about that? It's going to be arriving with some April showers by April 1st. No fools about that. It's going to be near 60, so it's warming up as well. We can't rule out winter, but at least for now, it seems to be fading away. It's getting less and less of a chance of some colder temperatures. So
We'll wait and see.
Oh, yeah.
Eric, thanks. Well, just 2 hours into their honeymoon. They're joining us now. And Eric, I saw that graphic you had just minutes ago, 21 degrees.
Yeah, that wind chill is definitely bitter cold today, but at least the silver lining is it's sunny out, and I'd rather take that than a cloudy, cold day. Here's a look at the current temperature outside right now. And again, it's 31 degrees, but any of you that walk outside today know 31 feels a little warm with that wind that's still gusting pretty decently across the area. You factor in the wind chill and those feels like temperatures drop into the 20s. So we do have a 20-plus degree day out there today. In fact, it's even a little bit colder heading up north and west, down into the teens. However, we take a live look at downtown Utica. Aside from the cold weather, it's a beautiful day. In fact, you can maybe not open your windows, but leave the blinds open, let in all that sunshine. It'll heat your home with all the strong March sun we're seeing today. Now, as we head toward the weekend, we've got a tale of two seasons. And we've talked about a tale of two seasons in weekends past, and that's the joys of late March. It's a winter-like start to the weekend. Frigid wind chills in the teens, and in some spots, single digits Saturday morning. A few scattered snow showers, not amounting to much. Sunday is warmer, it's cloudier, it's going to feel a lot more like springtime. In fact, it's a taste of what's to come as we head into next week. But again, today, it's dry, it's cold, it's blustery. We have a look at how warm we get following this weekend into next week coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And a surprise move very.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Sunshine is moving back in again, although we're seriously seeing a lack of warmth now. The big drop in temperatures, the big story here. I mean, we dropped about 30 degrees compared to a day ago. I mean, yesterday we were looking at 60s. Now we're looking at temperatures in the 30s, with wind chills much colder than that. So far, the biggest difference is Rochester dropping nearly 40 degrees, and that's just the actual temperature. That's not even including any wind chills. So just showing you how big of a drop it was with the wake of this cold front. Now, again, the good news is the sun is shining. It's going to be a very sunny end of your work week. There's no impactful rain or snow tonight. But as we head until tomorrow, we could be seeing the arrival, potentially, of some on and off snow showers. Now, these will not really amount to much, but more or less, there could be some snow that we'll be experiencing as we head toward the weekend. Let's dive into it here. So on our Skycast here today, again, lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 30s. Now, tonight, we're in the 20s and teens. It's going to be the coldest overnight we'll be seeing for the next 7 days. So if you're bundling up, this is definitely the morning to do it. We'll be rather chilly. Then as we head into Saturday afternoon, we had the opportunity of seeing a passing snow shower, not amounting to much, as I mentioned here. Westerly winds moving in. So again, we have that to deal with throughout the day. We also have a few more scattered snow showers overnight into Sunday. Then Sunday is when we start to see those temperatures begin to climb. We're looking at 40s nearing 50 degrees Sunday with drier weather. Mostly cloudy skies the key here. So that's what we're looking at as we head toward the end of the weekend. But first, I want to talk about that wind chill. And this is Saturday morning. You see here, 12 degrees Utica, 9 Little Falls, 4 in Old Forge, 0 in Speculator. 5 in Oneonta and Cooperstown as well. So if you're down in the southern valleys, the decent winds are definitely going to make that feels like temperature feel very Arctic to start your weekend. But that's the outlier. When it comes to snowfall, this is the look at the latest model trends. And you see here, it's not really a lot. Most of these locations are focused south of Syracuse, along the Tug Hill Plateau, or in northern Herkimer County. Those you in Old Forge, maybe out toward West Leyden, in the, I would say maybe closer though to the east or western portion of the Tug Hill Plateau, will see the most amount of snow here. And then finally, how long will this last? It's pretty cold tonight through tomorrow, but following that, as we enter our final days of March, it's looking a lot more spring-like. We're upper 50s by Monday, 60 degrees for our final day of March, and then our first day of April. There's no April Fool's joke here. Yes, we're looking at near 60 degrees, but of course, it wouldn't be April without some April showers, and that's what we have right now for the current forecast for Wednesday. So we have some warmer temperatures, some rainfall on the way. But either way, today, it's looking dry. Yes, it's cold out, but we'll take the sun.
Yeah, it looks like summer back there, doesn't it?
So just don't look at the temperature. Don't look at the thermometer. It's nice out.
Look through the windows.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. Coming up, scammer. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, I had to run out to the car for a second, and it is bitter out there. Winter is back.
Oh, yeah. And not so much even the temperatures, too, but the winds. Here's a look at the wind speeds across the area. We're at 14 miles per hour at Griffiths, 9 in Hamilton.
That brings it down.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look again across the state here. And although, again, you don't have significant winds, these northerly winds are directly from Canada, and that's that continental polar air mass. That is bringing in some very cold temperatures. So despite us being in the 30s officially right now, we feel like 21 out there. In fact, up north at 13, a lot of variable wind chills here across central New York. So it's a cold afternoon, but still, we would take the sunshine any day of the week. It's still a beautiful sky out there. It's going to remain pretty sunny for much of the rest of the day today. When it comes to the weekend forecast, we're tracking a few scattered snow showers Saturday. It's not completely dry. It's cold, however, and it's going to be the coldest start all week. In fact, for the next 7 days, it's going to be the coldest start. Highs in the 30s. Sunday, a little warmer and a bit more cloudy, but it is dry, high of 49 degrees. But at least for today, though, not that warm. We're in the 30s. Plenty of sun, clear skies early tonight. We have a look again at what we can expect throughout the weekend, hour by hour, plus a potential warm-up following this weekend coming in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. There is a major development in the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Blue skies, a common feature across the area this afternoon, thankfully, despite the cold really setting in. We're sitting around 30 degrees colder than we were 24 hours ago, and that's the temperature, not just the feels like temperature there. Pushing 40 degrees lower out in Rochester, 32 Binghamton, 35 degrees lower than yesterday at noontime in Ithaca, and 33 lower in Syracuse. This is all driven in by that cold front ushering in some colder air, and it will remain somewhat frigid, especially tonight. This is the coldest as air mass drops south. Following Saturday morning throughout Saturday afternoon, you see the cold air receding and some warmer air eventually returning by Sunday and onward. So this is not a long-lasting taste of winter, but nonetheless, it's still winter making some of its last claws back into our area. So today, featuring a north wind. That's what's keeping those wind chills rather cold. Now, this evening through the overnight, it's dry. Overnight lows falling down into the teens and 20s. Saturday favors a mix of sun and clouds and the passage of a few scattered snow showers. These will not last long and they will not amount to much. But nonetheless, there likely will be some form of snow falling from the sky tomorrow. Just not a lot of it will be sticking on the ground. Westerly winds are in store for us Saturday evening. Another round of light snow overnight into early Sunday. And then as we head into Sunday afternoon, the snow ends, temperatures climb. We're in the 40s by the mid-afternoon with quiet conditions. Maybe a few sprinkles, if that, in the higher elevations, but that's about it. Regardless, it does continue to remain dry as we head during the overnight. But again, we do have one very cold morning to mention, and that's, of course, Saturday morning. I said we'll be in the teens and 20s. The wind chills, however, will be in the teens and single digits. Look at that. Old Forge 4, Cooperstown 5, Fultonville 6, Little Falls 9. So you can see here quite the shock to the system this cold will be. And then when it comes to snowfall, as I said, it's not going to amount to much. Any spots could be picking up maybe a trace to an inch, 2 to 4 max, and that's for mainly outside areas in the Tug Hill Plateau and northern Herkimer County. But either way, any place that does see snow, it won't even really last. By Sunday, we're at 49. We're in the 50s and 60s as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And beyond that, of course, April begins to arrive, and it will feel very spring-like for April, 50s and 60s. A seasonably warm stretch of weather, so we can finally, hopefully, get some of this cold to stay away. It's still March and early April, so we never rule out snow, but it gets less and less likely as the season progresses.
Yeah, the winter that never wanted to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Eric, thanks. Rising fuel costs are hitting more than how.
The forecast with meteorologist James DeFazio, and for Bill tonight, beautiful sunny day, but the looks can be deceiving.
I was going to say, it has been a deceiving day. If you haven't stepped outside and you've only looked out your window, you've seen beautiful conditions. However, temperatures are only in the low 30s, low to mid 30s, and it's been relatively breezy. You can see the flag whipping there in the wind, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. It looks beautiful. It's unfortunately on the chilly side. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is quiet and dry. It's going to stay that way through the night tonight. That changes tomorrow. We are tracking a little bit of precipitation tomorrow. Temperatures across central New York right now from the upper 20s in the North Country to the mid 30s across the southern tier. Overall, we're on the chilly side for the end of March. 36 at Griffiths and Rome with an 8 mile per hour breeze, making it feel even slightly cooler. This evening, temperatures between 30 and 35, but the sunny weather does continue. It's just going to be a little on the chillier side. Coming up, we'll break down the entirety of your weekend forecast. Jason?
James, looking forward to it. Thank you. We're following breaking news today.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. It's a bit of a deceiving sight outside right now. It looks aesthetically beautiful. There's plenty of sunshine, but it is on the chillier side. It's quite chilly, and that's going to continue through the first half of our weekend. Take a look at downtown Utica, where bountiful sunshine continues, and we can see light winds as well with the flag whipping in the wind. That will continue as well. It's going to remain chilly and blustery and sunny through the remainder of the night. We're tracking it to be windy and cold yet again tomorrow, slightly warmer for Sunday, and then April showers and warmer temps are coming there on the horizon as we head into the beginning of April. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is quiet and dry, and it's going to stay that way through the night tonight until midday tomorrow, and then we're going to see some snow showers. 36 degrees with sunny skies at Griffiths and Rome, and a light breeze at 8 miles per hour, but the breeze is going to pick up as we head towards Saturday. Taking a look at our forecasted wind gusts, 10 to 15 miles per hour possible this evening, but it really picks up tomorrow afternoon. 25 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts tomorrow afternoon, making it feel much chillier than it actually is. Taking a look at temperatures for tonight, we're going to get all the way down into the teens tonight. It's going to be a cold night ahead. We're going to be in the upper teens for lows, and that means by tomorrow morning, mixing in the temperature with the wind, the feel-like temperature going to be in the single digits across central New York. Only 2 degrees up in Old Forge tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Fortunately, as the day progresses, we do rise. Feel-like temperatures climb up into the teens. Taking a look at the bigger picture, we're tracking a very light disturbance that's going to bring some light snowfall during the day, during the middle portion of the day on Saturday to all of central New York. Sunday morning, a slight disturbance across the North Country brings some light snow to the North Country, and then calm conditions settle in for the entirety of Sunday. We are tracking warmer weather to return after 2 very chilly days. We're back up to the upper 40s Sunday, up mid to upper 50s Monday, and then into the 60s as we head into Tuesday. And I'm hoping this is the last time I have to show a snowfall map. This is for all of Saturday night through Sunday. We're not expecting much in the lower elevations. Some of the hilltops could pick up a trace to an inch across a hilltop south of Utica, also possible, but the valley locations really not going to see much at all tomorrow in the way of snowfall. Taking a look at tonight's skycast, sunny and calm and clear, and temperatures drop into the 20s, and then eventually they get all the way down into the teens before tomorrow morning. Here comes that snowfall around 11 a.m. through 1 p.m. tomorrow. We get a round of snow with temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. It's blustery tomorrow afternoon and chilly. Sunday morning, some light snow across the North Country, but that comes to an end rather quickly, and calmer conditions settle in for the remainder of Sunday, and warmer conditions for the remainder of Sunday. This evening, temperatures in the low to mid 30s with sunny and chilly conditions. So look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking a blustery, one more wintry day for tomorrow before spring-like temperatures settle in. On Sunday, we're going to climb all the way up into the upper 40s. It's going to feel much warmer than today or Saturday. As we head towards the first day of April, it looks like April showers are going to arrive just in time. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s Tuesday and Wednesday, but it does look to come at the expense of some showers. Jason?
We'll take up the warm weather as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you, James. A sport that will make its Olympic out there.
Truly a sunny but very deceiving day. It's a beautiful day aesthetically, but man, is it chilly out there. Not only are temperatures only in the mid-30s, we're seeing winds 5 to 15 miles per hour at times, making it feel even colder. Chloe doesn't seem to mind, though. Our featured dog of the night, Chloe, isn't waiting for the pool to get open. She sprawled right across the pool tarp before the season has begun. But tonight, it's a calm night for a dog walk. You just want to dress up if you are heading out, because it is, again, it is on the chillier side, and it's going to be on the chillier side through the first half of the weekend. Temperatures only in the upper 20s to mid 30s, and we're going to see them continue to drop as the evening progresses down into the 20s. Region-wide. 36 at Griffith and Rome with an 8-mile-an-hour breeze. That 8-mile-per-hour breeze making it feel much colder than it is. Dry weather continues on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Coming up, we're going to talk about when that comes to an end. Jason?
All right, thank you, sir. Today is World Theater Day, a day to highlight the importance of theater as an art form. And
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. It is deceivingly chilly outside. If you just looked out your window, you see plenty of sunshine. It looks beautiful aesthetically, but it's quite chilly outside. Take a look at downtown Utica, where it looks like the middle of spring, but let me tell you, it doesn't feel that way. Temperatures are only in the low to mid 30s. We have a little bit of wind as well, a 5 to 15 mile per hour breeze, and that's making it feel rather chilly. And it's going to be windy and cold yet again for tomorrow on Saturday. It's going to be slightly warmer on Sunday. Temperatures rebound on Sunday up into the upper 40s with less wind. And then we're tracking April showers with warmer temps on the horizon. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Quiet, dry, going to stay that way through the night tonight. Things change as we head into the middle portion of the day tomorrow. 36 degrees with sunny skies at Griffith and Rome, and that light breeze at 8 miles per hour continues, but we're going to track these wind gusts to increase as we head towards tomorrow morning. They're going to die down for a short period of time, but I want to stress that just the light wind tomorrow morning with those temperatures is going to make for very uncomfortable temperatures. The strongest wind gusts arrive in the early afternoon, 25 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts during the beginning of the afternoon, making for a blustery Saturday ahead. Temperatures tonight going to get all the way down into the teens and 20s. It's going to be a rather chilly night, and by tomorrow morning, the feel-like temperature is going to be in the single digits across central New York. Fortunately, we do rebound into the teens, but it remains chilly for the entirety of the day. Taking a look at the bigger picture, we're tracking a slight disturbance to work through, a weak disturbance working through during the middle portion of Saturday, brings us all some light snow. Sunday morning looking like we're just going to see some light snow across the North Country, and then drier conditions settle in for the entire rest of your Sunday. We're tracking temperatures to increase as we head towards the back half of the weekend. We're not going to be in these wintry-like temperatures for very long. We do rebound nicely as we head into next week. I'm hoping this is the last snowfall forecast I have to show you. We're only expecting a trace to an inch across hilltops both north and south of Utica. Otherwise, if you're in the Utica, Rome, The Mohawk Valley area, we're not expecting anything in the way of accumulation for tomorrow, just some nuisance snow showers. As we head towards tonight, clear sunny skies continue, but as we head towards tomorrow midday, we're tracking that weak disturbance. It's going to be some lake-enhanced showers with temperatures in the 20s from 11 a.m. Saturday morning until about 2 o'clock into the afternoon. We see some widespread snow showers. Temperatures settle into the mid-20s as we head into tomorrow evening. Sunday morning, that brief burst of snow across the North Country, and that continues to lift northward, and then calmer conditions, warmer conditions settle in for the remainder of Sunday. This evening, temperatures are going to be in the low to mid-30s with sunny and chilly conditions. Then, fortunately, the sun does stay out despite it remaining cold. A look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking a blustery, wintry-like day for Saturday, a much warmer, much more spring-like day for Sunday, mostly cloudy on Monday with calm conditions. And then we're tracking April showers for the first couple days of April, Tuesday and Wednesday, warm with showers.
Hi, I'm Dave Zampano. Have you ever heard the phrase penny wise and
Forecast with meteorologist James DeFazio.
You know, it looks like a beautiful spring day out there, but unfortunately it just doesn't feel that way. It is much colder than the scene looks. We've had bountiful sunshine today, but temperatures have stayed in the 30s, and it's been relatively breezy. The one thing to point out on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is that dry weather has settled in, and we're going to continue to see dry weather through the night tonight into the beginning of our weekend. Things change around midday tomorrow, though. Taking a look at local temperatures, we're in the upper 20s across the North Country, mid-30s across the Mohawk Valley and Utica, mid-30s across the southern tier as well. We're going to see temperatures begin to drop very shortly after sunset. We're down to 34 now at Griffiths and Rome. Luckily, winds have also come down a little bit. We've come down from 10 miles an hour to 3 miles per hour. This evening, we're tracking sunny, chilly conditions. Things are going to stay between 30 and 35 degrees for another couple of hours. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the entirety of your weekend's forecast. Jason?
James, thank you. Books are great, and they're necessary.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking very beautiful conditions if you're looking out your window. Unfortunately, once you step outside, you realize that sun is not so warm. Take a look at downtown Utica, where it looks like the heart of spring, but unfortunately, it feels like late winter. We're seeing temperatures tonight in the low to mid-30s, and it's a little bit blustery, as you can see on the flagpole there. And that's creating a little bit of chilly conditions, and that's going to continue into Saturday. It's going to be windy and cold again throughout the entirety of Saturday. Slightly warmer weather arrives for Sunday, and then we're tracking April showers and warmer temperatures to settle in as we head into the middle of next week. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, quiet and dry. It'll stay this way through the evening hours tonight, through the overnight, and into the morning hours of tomorrow. Then by midday tomorrow, things change. We're tracking some light snowfall, 34 degrees with sunny skies at Griffiths and Rome, only a 3-mile-per-hour breeze out of the north-northeast. Unfortunately, winds are going to increase yet again. We're going to see intermittent wind gusts tonight of 10 to 20 miles per hour, but the real wind arrives early afternoon tomorrow. Very blustery conditions for tomorrow afternoon and early evening, wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour. As we head into overnight Saturday, those winds begin to decrease. Lows tonight are going to be in the upper teens to low 20s. It's going to be a chilly night, and by tomorrow morning, with the wind chill, it's going to feel like single digits across central New York, only in the low single digits across the North Country, high single digits across Utica and the Mohawk Valley. As we head through the day, temperatures do rebound a little bit, and that allows wind chills and feel like temperatures to climb into the teens. We're tracking a weak disturbance that's going to work through during the middle portion of the day tomorrow. It's going to bring a quick burst of light snow across all of central New York. Most of Sunday looking calm as well, but a little bit of lake effect snow Sunday morning across the North Country, and then fully dry conditions settle in for the second half of Sunday, and warmer conditions. Second half of Sunday going to climb all the way up into the upper 40s. We're in the mid-50s Monday, and then as we head into April, we see April-like temperatures in the low to mid-60s with rainfall. Hopefully this is the last snowfall forecast. A trace to an inch on hilltops both north or south of Utica is possible with this snow that moves through during midday tomorrow. Taking a look at your skycast for tonight, clear conditions into the overnight. It's not cloudy at all. Temperatures free fall down into the low 20s to upper teens. Clouds increase ahead of that weak system that works through tomorrow. From 11 a.m. to about 2 p.m. we see scattered snow showers tomorrow, and then calmer conditions settle in for the remainder of the weekend. It's going to remain chilly until Sunday afternoon, but calmer conditions do arrive. Taking a look at the forecast for this evening, temperatures in the low to mid 30s with sunny but chilly conditions. A look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking a blustery, wintry start to the weekend, but fortunately it does not finish that way. Mostly cloudy on Sunday with highs rebounding up into the upper 40s. And then after that, we do enter a little bit of a warm spell yet again. Monday, mid-50s. Tuesday, as we head into April showers with temperatures in the low to mid-60s. So we are getting there.
Slowly but surely.
Instead of one day of 60, now we have a couple of them in a row.
Boy, that sun was so deceiving. You're like, oh, let's go out for a walk. And like maybe we won't.
Exactly.
Let's just stand here and enjoy it for a little bit, then we'll go back inside.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, my friend. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Forecast with meteorologist James DeFazio. What a weekend.
Talking
So much different from 2 days ago where it was 60, right?
Tale of two seasons this weekend for sure. We're looking at really wintry weather to begin on Saturday, really blustery, cold conditions through the day, snow showers. Sunday not going to be nearly as cold. It's going to be much more pleasant, much more spring-like. We're going to see temperatures all the way up into the upper 40s on Sunday, and it's going to be a big difference from tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be quite a wintry day. It's going to be in the 30s for the entirety of the day and windier than the conditions that we saw today, even more blustery. Temperatures right now all the way down into the low to mid 20s. It's going to be a chilly night in central New York. Lows are going to be in the upper teens to low 20s. We're tracking temperatures at Griffiths at Rome at 25 degrees with clear skies, and these clear skies will continue overnight. We're not going to see too much in the way of cloud cover. That's going to allow these temperatures to continue to decline. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is quiet and dry. It will stay that way through the night tonight into the morning hours of tomorrow. Then we're tracking some snow showers to arrive during the middle portions of the day tomorrow. Lows tonight right around 19 degrees. Taking a look at your temperature trend, we are tracking warmer weather to return, especially as we head into the second half of the weekend. By next week, we are back up into the 60s. Jason.
James, thank you. It looked like a
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking chilly, calm conditions this evening, and that's going to continue through the overnight into the beginning of our weekend. We're tracking a windy and cold day yet again for Saturday. It's going to be quite blustery and quite chilly during the afternoon. It's going to be slightly warmer on Sunday, especially the second half of Sunday. Temperatures climb into the upper 40s. And then we're tracking April showers and warmer temps on the horizon as we head into April. The Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, quiet and dry, and it's going to stay this way until about midday tomorrow, and that's when some snow showers are going to arrive. 25 degrees with clear skies at Griffiths and Rome. Winds still gusting a little bit, only at 7 miles per hour right now, but still enough to make it feel all the way like the teens. These winds continue overnight tonight, relatively light. However, as we head into tomorrow afternoon, winds really pick up from noon to 5 p.m. tomorrow, 25 to 35 mile per hour winds, and then winds begin to subside as we head into the overnight. Wind chills as we head into tomorrow morning going to be very chilly. Single digits to near zero across the North Country, single digits across Utica, the Mohawk Valley, and the southern tier. As we head through the day, temperatures do rise, but winds also increase, so we're going to see wind chills remain in the teens across central New York and even the single digits across the North Country. We're tracking a weak disturbance that moves through midday tomorrow, brings some snow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow, and then calmer conditions, and then another shot of snow overnight Saturday night into Sunday morning. Most of that falls across the North Country. We're going to see primarily calm conditions for the entirety of the weekend. Your temperature trend, we're going to have a very chilly day tomorrow, but fortunately things do rebound on Sunday, and they continue to rebound as we head into next week. And we're going to see temperatures climb back up into the 60s for the first few days of April. Look at your skycast showing clear skies tonight, mostly clear skies with temperatures in the 20s. They drop all the way down into the upper teens for lows. Here comes that disturbance that works through between 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. We all see a quick little burst of snow, and then calmer but breezy, cool conditions settle in the wake of that snow shower. Very blustery second half of the day, and Sunday night as we head into Monday, that snow forms across the North Country and then lives northward before daybreak. Tonight, lows are going to be around 19 degrees with mostly clear skies. A look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking a wintry, blustery day for Saturday, calm conditions for Sunday and for Monday. Rainfall makes its return for Tuesday and Wednesday with temperatures in the 60s.
Now,
Fast with James DeFazio, and wow, a tale of 2 days.
Literally, we're going to be seeing a tale of two seasons this weekend. It's going to be wintry on Saturday, very chilly temperatures. We're not going to see much in the way of snow, but it's the wind with temperatures in the 20s. It's going to make it feel very cold, much colder than the weather that we're going to experience on Sunday. Highs on Sunday get all the way up into the 40s. Tomorrow, we're going to be in the mid to upper 20s with 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, and it's going to make for rather uncomfortable temperatures, or rather uncomfortable feel-like temperatures. Current temperatures across the region are in the upper teens across the North Country. We're in the mid-20s across Utica and the Mohawk Valley. We're going to continue to see these temperatures drop lower. The North Country will get down into the lower teens. Central New York will get down into the upper teens to low 20s. 23 degrees with clear skies up at Griffiths at Rome and a 7 mile per hour breeze out of the north-northwest. Dry weather continues on your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and we're tracking dry weather to continue through the night tonight into the morning hours of tomorrow. Lows tonight are going to be right about 19 degrees, and then we're tracking a very chilly day for Saturday. Again, it's going to be rather blustery, much warmer for the second half of the weekend. Coming up, we'll break down the entirety of your weekend's forecast. Jason?
James, thank you. Looked like a deal.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking chilly conditions both tonight and for the beginning of our weekend. Saturday is looking rather chilly for the entirety of the day. Let's take a look at it in detail. It's going to be windy and cold yet again tomorrow. Slightly warmer weather returns for Sunday. We climb up into the upper 40s. And then as we head into next week, we're tracking April showers and warmer temperatures on the horizon. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Quiet and dry, and it will stay that way through the overnight tonight, through the beginning of the morning tomorrow, and then by mid-morning things begin to change. We see some light snow showers. 23 degrees with clear skies at Griffiths and Rome. Still a 7 mile per hour breeze, and we're going to be continuing to track this breeze overnight tonight into the morning tomorrow. It remains relatively light through the overnight, but by tomorrow afternoon, it really picks up. It ramps up 25 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts tomorrow afternoon, and then calmer conditions arrive for the overnight. As for wind chills, what it's going to feel like tomorrow morning, near 0 degrees to low single digits across the North Country, mid single digits to upper single digits across Utica Utica and the Mohawk Valley. And then as we head into the afternoon, we climb into the teens. We're tracking a weak disturbance which arrives around midday tomorrow, brings a quick burst of nuisance snow showers, and then calmer conditions arrive. And then Saturday night into Sunday morning, we're tracking some lake effect snow across the North Country. Aside from that, calm conditions for all of us in central New York. We're really not going to see too much weather making over the next 48 hours. It's primarily a calm forecast. Skycast tonight showing relatively clear skies and temperatures tumbling down through the 20s into the teens. That weak disturbance arrives around 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Snow across central New York from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And then it is blustery and chilly for the remainder of Saturday. Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening features very chilly temperatures and blustery conditions. That lake effect snow band develops Saturday night into Sunday morning. Some light accumulations across northern Oneida and northern Herkimer County possible by Sunday morning. And then warmer temperatures arrive for the remainder of Sunday. Lows tonight around 19 degrees with mostly clear skies. A look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking a tale of two seasons this weekend. It's going to be quite wintry to begin the weekend, especially Saturday afternoon. Blustery in the wake of these snow showers. But as we head into Sunday afternoon, temperatures climb above 45. We get back up into the upper 40s. Much more spring-like weather finally arrives. And then as we head into next week, we're tracking, as the saying goes, April showers.
Right.
April
I don't like
1st.
the end of that, but we'll take what's in the middle.
Yes, April showers.
Bookended by 30s up to 60. We'll take it. All right,
Yes.
thank you, buddy. Coming up next,